Hello, Repat Armenia community. Thank you for tuning in to our Ask Me Live Q&A series. Yesterday we had one with Sandra Stepana at Art Fest, Shushan and Lilith. If you missed that, please go to our video section and watch the interview. Today we're hosting two beautiful, amazing Armenian female leaders, Tamara and Yelena. They are behind the Armenians Forward Together Forum, which will take place this August in Yerevan, Armenia. Before jumping into our discussion, I would appreciate you sharing our live stream, promoting it, and also asking your questions directly in the comments. We will try to review all of them and also try to not miss any of them. Tamara, Yelena, thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts and joining us today. Before going to Armenians Forward Together Forum and how did you guys started it and everything, I would like you to introduce yourselves, your background and experience.
Thank you, Rima. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Repat Armenia, for hosting this and giving us an opportunity to spread the word about the forum and also let people ask questions and have an opportunity to answer their questions. I am Tamara Babaian. I have graduated from Yerevan State University and many years ago, about 27 years ago, came to the US to continue my studies here, finished a PhD in computer science, did a postdoc, and started working as a professor at a local university in Boston. It's a business university where I've spent a lot of time by now. And I also, through the years, Yerevan and Armenia have always been close and, maintaining connections. I have great friends from there and friends and relatives, and we go there every year practically. So even though I live abroad, I feel very strong connection to our homeland.
Yelena?
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you, Repat Armenia team and Rima for inviting us today and making time to spread the word about AFT. As for my background, I'm currently Director of Business Development at Harvard University, where I serve as a point of contact for both Harvard researchers and external partners. I foster connections with pharma, biotech industry collaborators, create strategies and plans to advance technologies in labs throughout the university towards licensing and commercialization. And I also catalyzed the launch of new startups. Prior to joining Harvard, I served as a vice president of business development at Tetra Genetics, a small biotech company based in Boston. And prior to that, I worked as a researcher at Cornell University, where I also earned my doctorate degree. My bachelor's and master's I've earned from Yerevan State University. Hence, I was born, raised, and grew up in Armenia and only came to US in my early 20s to continue my career. I'm also involved in various philanthropic initiatives in Armenia. I'm a chairwoman of the board of City of Smile USA Foundation, co-founder of Armenian Biotechnology Group in Boston, and many years now serve as a reviewer for Armenian National Science and Education Fund. Thank you.
Wow, very impressive, Yelena. Both Tamara and Yelena, you guys are amazing and you inspire us young girls, young leaders to achieve their dreams as well. So I would like to ask you about Armenians Forward Together Forum. How did it all started? What you guys were thinking? How did the idea come? And so yeah, can you tell us more about the forum and its implementation process from
Sure.
Boston to in Armenia?
Sure. So indeed, it started in suburbs of Boston right after the war, because it became clear that we cannot continue living as before, even though we always had the desire to be contributing to our motherland, not just in financial ways, but also in ways that allows us to contribute our professional skills and other skills, life skills that we have learned, and the knowledge and that we have collected thus far in life. And it became clear that the challenges are so great that we cannot just sit and wait for this opportunity to collaborate with some organizations in Armenia to be created for us. Now, many people already did, and Yelena is one wonderful example of a lot of Armenians who live abroad who already are carrying out a lot of work in conjunction with organizations in Armenia. But there's also a lot of us who have been living mostly our professional lives and family lives and thinking and hoping to get involved, but there is no easy way to connect. And I know that from my personal experience. I've been long trying to, for example, before the war, thinking of, how can I help? How can I contribute what I've learned and maybe promote the causes that I'm interested in? But it's really not easy, even when you have wonderful friends at home, and even when you visit every year. So so part of this this idea of Armenians for Together was to create an opportunity for people who live wherever they live to become acquainted with different projects and initiatives that take place in Armenia, learn about the needs, and also start working together with organizations that these people choose to join. And so that's why sort of the idea of forum, of a gathering in Armenia where existing organizations that are seeking collaborations would present, and also organizations and individuals who are willing to start new projects but can't do it alone, and need people who share their interests and share the desire to work together from wherever they are. And thankfully, sort of the COVID year showed us that we can do a lot while being isolated, sort of separated with distance. So the idea of the forum was to create this environment where people can come together, sit down, make actionable plans for the year, right? And get acquainted and really get to talk to each other from wherever you are. And in addition to that, there is one day of presentations where it's organized somewhat like a showcase of the different organizations where people can where different organizations just explain what they do and tell about their collaborative needs and invite people to join them. And there's an opportunity to ask questions and get in touch with those organizations. And again, the whole idea is to promote collaboration of Armenians from around the world together with people of Armenia and Artsakh to rebuild and strengthen and just work together. So that's the idea of the forum. But then there's another part of it, and I'll let Yelena speak about it, because it's more about sort of ongoing collaboration through the year.
Thank you, Tamara. For me, Tamara is right. The idea is key. The idea came right after the war, when it was just therapeutic to be doing something for Armenia. Exactly. It just caused, for many of us in diaspora and also for people in Armenia, the war caused so much pain and worry that we were looking to connect with each other. And it was incredibly inspiring to see how 10 million people can come together and try to make a difference for the country. But at that same time, what I was also seeing is that many groups were working towards helping Armenia, but the effort was not coordinated. There were a lot of organizations that were either collecting, needed medications or sending help to soldiers. But because the effort was not coordinated, I just felt as if people could work together more and collaborate, then it would be more synchronized effort, and therefore it could be synergistic and get there faster, or connecting diaspora with Armenia to come together, meaning resources and the need, right, will create much easier collaboration and have a bigger impact. And that's how the idea for me came together, because I was involved in many initiatives, and with my discussions with Tamara and the rest of the organizing group, I just felt as if we could create this platform that would essentially serve as a bridge in connecting diaspora with with people in Armenia, and helping them know about each other's activities and work collaboratively in a synchronized fashion would be beneficial and would have a bigger impact.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us more about the platform, more about the forum, how it will be going? What are the workshops about? How did you structure it?
It was the idea was, well, actually it kind of organically came together that when we started working on AFT, we were able to learn and find out about a lot of initiatives which were this grassroots initiatives from within Armenia that could use help from diaspora. And if you see on our website, you can see many of them are, originated by, this younger crowd from Armenia that is trying to make a difference. And I think helping them and connecting them with people from diaspora to advance these programs further could be really beneficial for the country. You already have the champions, you already have people who started it and actually did a tremendous amount of work to get these organizations formed, nucleated, and doing wonderful work within Armenia. So help from diaspora could really make a big difference there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I just shared our site. I hope to be able to just maybe quickly introduce the format of the forum. Yeah. So, so indeed, the forum has two parts. One day is called the Day of Presentations, and that is a sort of a showcase where different organizations will present their work and their collaborative needs. Basically, what are they trying to accomplish? Where do they need help? And how to get in touch with them. And the day will be consist of presentations and then breaks during which you can connect with the presenters and just establish contacts. And I think we've assembled a very exciting program there. So Yelena mentioned these wonderful organizations that we learned about, many of them in the process. And so there's quite a few in the area of education. There are organizations that support Artsakh war veterans with educational and medical initiatives and medical help. Some famous one and some that existed before, and some that really just newly started from right after the war. And started from diaspora, started from Armenia. So there are these healthcare organizations, science, technology, and supporting science, technology, and education, environment, diaspora relations, arts and community development. So there is So this is all going to happen during the day of presentations, which is August 12th, and which requires a separate registration. But we also hope to record it and broadcast it so that it will be available hopefully through streaming, so people could connect and listen, and even after the event, hopefully it will be accessible, so you can learn about all of these organizations and what they do, and you can choose who you want if you are interested in working with them, because again, the idea is to enable collaboration, enable these efforts to grow, enable synergies. If you are heading an organization that does something in a related field or in a complementary field, that's a way to see what's happening and possibly to join. And then August 13th and 14th is a set of workshops, and those workshops are really, we explain it here, what the workshop is, and it really is a gathering of people who are, who organize around a goal. Right, so it's really a workshop, and probably in Armenian the best way to translate it is Ashhataran, although there was a lot of sort of interesting discussion and still ongoing to how do you translate workshop to Armenian.
We use all like workshop thing. We don't translate, I think.
I know. So I found actually the word workshop in Armenian Wikipedia is explained, and we started with that. But then it was suggested that Ashhataran is a better term, and so there's a bit of a story with that. So the website is written as using the word Ashhataran. And then somebody said, it really doesn't fit. It's Ashhataran. But so whatever it is a gathering of people who sit down and who declare their intentions prior to coming to it. So you choose which workshop you want to join. And again, we have a range. We have workshops in healthcare, in innovation, in student organizations, developing communities. There's a bit of business development, and the Office of the High Commissioner for Diaspora is going to head one. I would not do justice to all. I'm sorry. You can all go to the site and peruse this. Everything is described in 3 languages. Unfortunately, we don't have it in French. I'm sorry, we did not have anyone to translate, and that I feel is a big omission. And interesting
one of our community members or a team of our community members are willing to translate in Spanish and in French, would be great, because these are the 2 languages that we may miss in our all Armenian networks.
Yes, that would be great. And so actually, if you're interested in sort of getting involved in the future and helping this initiative, there is a workshop for that as well. So come to Armenians First Word Together, the future of our forum workshop, if you want to get involved. And so again, so these are the different workshops where the goal is to for the people to get together and develop their ideas and develop their plans. And again, some of these are efforts that are brand new. So for example, self-sustaining student organizations is an initiative that I'm just looking to start and looking for collaborators. At the same time, there are organizations that are well established and already carry out a lot of good work, and they need support, or they would like to grow and attract people from diaspora. And so, for example, MEM is one of these. Marzeri Yehaner Marzerum is a wonderful organization. I just bring examples of 2. I'm sorry, probably I could go on and on, because these are all very interesting ideas and wonderful initiatives and people behind all of these. These are sort of enthusiasts who are willing and interested to work with you. And the way to get involved with these workshops is basically you just click on the initiative, you read about it. If you decide that this is something you like and you'd like to get involved with that, you register through here. So So that's sort of a quick overview of the format. I'd like to just maybe add a couple of words in the end about the fact that the whole point of this is that it is open. So whoever wants to participate can participate. It is, these workshops were also collected openly through an open call. If at any point you're interested in collaborating with us, maybe in between forums or for the next ones, or right now you have an interesting idea, there is a page for that. You can connect through this website and we will respond. Unfortunately, the call for workshop proposals and presentations is, so the deadline is over, but it was also an open call. The only requirement was that you had to involve, that your project has to involve collaboration. Okay, because the forum is intended for that. And basically, anyone who's interested in joining is welcome.
Wow, nice, nice. This is perfect. You covered almost all of the areas of engagement with Armenia. So you are a touch base. It's basically a place where organizations, people will come and touch base on what's happening, what they can do. This is amazing. What to expect from Armenians Forward Together Forum? What is your vision on this?
What to expect? So what we expect or we hope will happen is continued collaboration and new collaborations that will happen. And so some of our activity has already brought good things. Okay, so we noticed that this new collaborations do get formed, that it is an opportunity. We are really helping people connect, and ourselves, we're learning more about how to work with organizations in Armenia. So, and how to connect to the diasporan organization. So some of it has already happened, but of course, we hope, our goal is to promote collaborative activities. And I think what you could expect is to learn about different organizations and ways to connect with them, as well as establish collaborative ties and get involved in actually working with organizations through workshops.
Just to add on my side, Tamara, if you look at the organizers, what's really differentiating here is that almost all of us were born and raised in Armenia. Though we chose to pursue careers outside of Armenia, we did not grow away from Armenia. We grew up in different countries. We are raising our families in different countries. However, we're still as close as we can be to Armenia and want to contribute with both our expertise, but also our knowledge of the Armenian culture and being still very much connected within Armenia, Yerevan, with people, with our relatives, friends who are there. And Armenia is not a black box for us. We grew up there, we know it, we know the culture, we come from that background. So I think having both puts us in perfect position to be able to help diaspora connect with Armenia, to find the right people in Armenia to connect to. So if anyone wants to reach out, wants to contribute and help Armenia, we're happy, whether that's an individual or an organization, we're happy to, open the collaboration, listen, discuss whatever they would like, however they would like to get involved, and connect them with the right people in Armenia, with the right organizations.
Amazing. So, the war and pandemic and all the challenges we faced during the last 2 years, it sort of changed our mindset, right? The mindset of Armenians all around the world. So what should we do now? How should we be engaged? and what are the opportunities of the engagement. And this is a great example of, having all of those active organizations, causes and everything in one place, so that you can have, the roadmap. And if you want to engage, here is the list of the organization. Here is your platform, so you can choose the place and the people you want to work with, and just get started. How do you see this wave in the diaspora, right? So we started very big in Armenia, so many little organizations, individuals, initiatives, but right after the war, many of them disappeared, and it wasn't a continuous effort in Armenia, unfortunately. And this wave, I guess, was in the diaspora as well, because with different initiatives, we saw lack of engagement, continuous engagement. How do you feel about this in the diaspora, being in from Boston, Armenian community in Boston? How do you see this engagement? Will it be active? And do you think this forum will be a continuous effort?
To me, now more than ever, we need to be engaged. We need to do everything we can to be with Armenia, in Armenia, helping with whatever we can contribute, right? It can be big or small, or with expertise, with any way you can. No help is small, or no help is big, too big. And I view this as, I'll bring this example. If your child gets injured, do you disengage? Do you just leave? No, right? You have to, you have to foster, you have to be involved. You have to, be there, do something to even more than ever, right? So I think Armenia needs us all now. And, the sooner you get involved, the better.
Mm-hmm. Tamara, what's your add-on?
Yeah, so I completely agree. I think the reason we started this was because we realized, I mean, we could not do it, right? And it feels like you cannot just sit and watch what's happening. And so you have to do something. And there are so many challenges that, whatever your interests, whatever your inclinations towards what you'd like to do, which area you work in, or which area do you want to contribute as a, volunteer, mentoring students in different areas or in regions of Armenia, or helping a local theater, I don't know, or a local company, startup, or an established organization, whatever you can and wish to do, we try to give you a choice so that it would be easy. Okay, so this engagement isn't possible for us, but I think that maybe part of this engagement is that during the war, maybe it was clear what is needed, or maybe not clear, but clearer. There were more urgent needs. Well, the needs are not less urgent now, as Yelena said. They're even more, because the challenges have never been greater, I think, for our generation. And but we need to give people ways to do it, and there must that's why we created this forum. This isn't all that can be done, right? This is just a few samples, and we're doing it for the first time. There's more, I'm sure. There are wonderful other organizations that could benefit from collaborations. And I really, what I hope will happen also is that we will all start thinking collaboratively, that if you are an organization in Armenia, you will start thinking about what expertise exists outside, and how you can engage that expertise and that and just workforce. If there, I'm a big proponent of environmental work. If there is, for example, if I'm in Armenia in the summer and there's a gathering to go and collect garbage, I don't know, from the shores of Sevan, I will join and go. It is a small thing, but if we know about these things, we can engage. Or, you know, we can, of course, engage in a professional way. And we try doing that. And through this, we have already, you know, just declaring your intention to help leads to people actually contacting you. And even if you don't know how, if you connect with these organizations, they will suggest how. So sometimes people kind of stay a little bit on the sidelines because, you know, we're not sure if we can contribute, if what we know is useful. Leave it all aside. It is all useful. If you want to be a contributor, you will find a way if you just start connecting. That's what we're trying to do. And
that's a perfect transition to our vision for AFT and also for the whole nation going forward, right? With AFT, I think we're taking the first step in starting a movement in fostering collaborative culture between diaspora and Armenia and amongst every single Armenian wherever they live in the world. And by that, we hope to start a change in culture towards more collaborative, you know, working together and uniting as a nation. And that's, you know, that's the shorter and longer term goal that we have. And this is just the first steps that we're taking.
Tamara, Yelena, I'm so impressed. Thank you so much for your efforts. Right now, we don't have any questions from the audience, but again, as we mentioned, we will record this live Q&A and repost it on our website and our social media pages. So hopefully everyone will know in our community about this initiative, and we can't wait to see you in August in Armenia, and hopefully everything will be perfectly organized and will be great. I'm 100% sure of it because you inspired me with your energy, with your intention. So thank you so much for everything you're doing, guys. And yeah, see you in August. Again, please go and follow Armenians Together Forward Together forum, which will take place in August. And yeah, they have Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Thank you, Tamara.
Thank you.
So make sure to follow them and stay tuned. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye.
Thank you
very much,
Thank you,
Rima. Thank you, Repat. Bye-bye.